highest bench press, the underwear Olympics. We're not going to see any of that this year. It'll be a bunch of regional combines. Hopefully there's one in Vegas, and there should definitely be one out in L.A. Those are going to be pro day events and stuff like that. So for a lot of these guys, you're not, like, they're going to put out their own videos or they're going to have streams of their workouts. It's going to be a totally different experience because of COVID. And with no combine, even more small school guys are probably going to get screwed. But I think because they were working on it last year with the HBCU combines.
I'm surprised NFL Network is letting that happen because that's a big bulk of their programming. I wouldn't even say it's a moneymaker just because it's like...
Well, advertisement and ads, especially if you have your own ads. Like it's
it's not... They don't,
it's a good echo chamber. It's on your network.
Not really, because...
The combine's on your network, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really a lot because... It's on all day. Like
3 hours at a time.
The commercial breaks are small and few in between sometimes, but I mean, I don't really see it so much as a moneymaker as much as it is like a time filler. Like it's something that both you air and then you also talk about how it aired. So that's a lot of programming, and then it re-airs. So, and then they re-air it down the line. So it's like, that's a lot of programming they're losing. I mean, yeah, sure, there's ad dollars that go into it, but I mean, I don't think that's as big of a concern as much as losing that actual original programming. But then again, it's also streamed. I think it's on ESPN. It was on ESPN at the same time, so I'm sure that had already cut into their viewership anyways.
And you factor in, you're going to miss out on some guys doing ridiculous things on a football field. Or the next Calvin Johnson-esque workout, the next DK Metcalf. You're going to have to go back and really look at their film. And then some guys just didn't play at all this year. Jamar Chase, supposed to be a top 5 pick, top 10 pick as a receiver, didn't play at all this year. But the last time he played was a national title game. That should be good enough film-wise, but you haven't seen this person in a whole year. And also, when it comes to pro days, a lot of schools' tracks be lying. Like Cincinnati had like a bunch of guys run a bunch of 4.340s. Like low 4.340s. You're like, fam. Like Marty Gilliard, they said he ran a 4.35, I think. I'm like, fam, he doesn't run a 4.35 on tape. Where do you see? I see a 4.5 on tape. I don't see a 4.35. But Ohio State, they've had like a notoriously fast track. It's wind aided. So, yeah, a guy might run a 4.3 on the track, but in real life, they run like a 4.5 or 4.6. Like, you will get some crazy numbers that are going to have to be verified. So that'll be, like, workout-wise, that'll be interesting. And also, I think in a way it almost helps because if there's no combine, then there's no pressure to have to perform. You can just heal from your injuries, do interviews, and be like, look at my game tape. Especially if you're not, like, the best athlete. Now the world won't know that you run a 5.7.
All right, so let's move to touchdown and turnover.
Oh, yeah, one last thing, actually. So, Larry Scott got fired by the Pac-12.
I thought he's resigning.
But really they're firing. It's like they had a panel come together and said, "Look, we're voting you out."
Yeah, but he has a 6-month window, and I think he's also going to be taking part in picking his replacement.
Yeah,
as long as it's not Lynn Swann, it should be all right.
Oh God, don't get me started on Lynn Swann. All I'm saying is I'm open and available.
Wait. What was the dude before Lynn Swann?
Mike Garrett? No, it was after Mike Garrett. Pat Hayden.
Pat Hayden. There you go.
Fucked it up. Him and his Rich McKay. They fucked it up. Just all up at USC. Unbelievable. But yeah, so you got that, and he's pretty much out. I'm telling you, the Pac-12 and the Mountain West just need to form a super conference. The PC3, you could literally just have 3 different divisions and then have like a PC3 championship game. You have like the Pac-12 North, the Pac-12 South, which would just be all Cali teams, and then like the Mountain West and the North teams are just combined to form their own conference. So you'd have like San Diego State, San Jose State, all the California schools, and then you throw in Arizona State. And then like for the Mountain West / Pac-12 North, you'd have like a BYU, a Boise State, Washington, the Washington schools, Oregon. That's 5-6 teams right there. If BYU, Boise State, what's another good Mountain West team? I'm totally spacing out. I want to say Colorado State, but not really. But like, okay, no, Colorado, Boise State, BYU. Hell, shit, Utah? I guess you can keep Utah in the Pac-12 South. Pretty much, I can come up with 7 teams. Like, even if it becomes like a 20-team conference and you want to throw in Hawaii, like, I can come up with teams and regions to where you just have a superpower for the Pac-12. Because let's be honest, the Pac-12 isn't beating anybody in any national championship games anytime this decade. The way their recruits are leaving and the way their coaches aren't like producing at an elite level, and the way the structure set up, they cannibalize each other. The SEC, like, guys are self-sustaining and they're made to look like superpowers. And last year for college football, Jeremy Pruitt got fired by Tennessee. There's a bunch of it came out that they were literally giving recruits paper bags of money like the old days on some Eric Dickerson type shit, Pony Express. Just giving people wads of cash, bags of money. And ironically, the UCF athletic director left UCF to come be the athletic director at Tennessee now. So there's that.
Okay, so in your hypothetical PC3 conference, because the Mountain West has 12 teams.
Some of those teams you ain't got to take.
And the Pac-12 has what, 14?
Yeah.
So
you pick the 3 teams with the best record.
So out of that, what 6 teams are you dropping?
I'm fucking dropping New Mexico.
Okay.
Because the wax, I'm back. I'm dropping all the New Mexico schools. I'll drop UNLV.
Well, I think you want UNLV in there. I think you probably drop
Who the fuck is UNLV? Okay, UNLV and Hawaii.
But they're like regionally close to
okay, fine.
Those teams.
I'm talking about, okay, for football, basketball, and baseball purposes, I'll keep those schools. Is that fair?
Okay, so what are you dropping?
I have 3 different divisions. How about this?
Are you dropping Utah State?
No, I'm not dropping Utah State.
Are you dropping Wyoming?
I'll keep Wyoming. There'll be a Mountain West division.
So you're dropping Colorado State?
You know what? I'll just do it. I got it. It makes perfect sense. Because this is the original idea I had last night.
So you're doing 3 9-team divisions, basically.
But here's the thing. The winner, the division, the team with the overall, the highest ranking team, best record, they get a bye. So
basically, you're going to create some BCS fuckery between your 2 favorite conferences by overloading it with a bunch of teams.
Top-heavy teams, which is what the SEC does. LSU, if they win 10 games, if they win 11 games in the season, they're going to be ranked top 5. Florida. If Ole Miss runs the table in the SEC, if anybody runs the table in SEC, they get preferential treatment.
So
why?
Basically,
because it's a top-heavy conference.
New Mexico and Air Force are out.
Bottoms. Vanderbilt's a bottom.
Those are out.
They can be in for basketball, not for football. The WAC's coming back anyway. Hell.
And what Pac-12 teams are you getting rid of?
I'm redistributing the Pac-12.
So you're not getting rid of any of the Pac-12 teams?
No. I would have San Diego. I would make San Diego State a Pac-12 school.
I feel like this has a worse effect than you think.
Nah, because it would just be a West Coast. Like, look, here's our West Coast champion, and here's all the teams that are ranked. And because they play this they play this schedule, you have to give them preferential treatment over the Big Ten, which is trash, and all these other conferences. Like, we play tougher teams, tougher schedules. We're all in the same time zone. You all have to pay attention to us now. It could work.
And who do you pitch that idea to?
I would definitely pitch that to, like, yo, make me the Pac-12 commissioner. I'm going to find a way to absorb the Mountain West into the Pac-12. And we're going to run our own shit. And we're going to get so much ad dollars and revenue for being a strictly West Coast-based conference. We'll still retain Pac-12. Like, we'll still retain that name and, verbiage and all that. But we're going to literally just market ourselves as a West Coast football conference. Like, you don't have to go to the South. You stay right here. We have all our talent is here. You don't need to go play in the South to make it to the NFL. You can stay right where you're at. And it's all one big conference, and we all eat, and it's all one big pile of money on the West Coast. And then the media outlets there, like, you can find, like, you don't have to scrap everything from the bottom up. It's just really where you would put the teams at. And it could work.
Yeah, no, I don't think it works.
I think it would definitely work.
I don't think it works.
I think you just say, look, you take the top 3 teams from, let's say, those 3 divisions. Like,
You're just creating more fuckery.
That's the point of college football. That's what the SEC is. Bro,
right.
How many of these SEC schools are actually good?
I mean, you got me on that point. That's what college football is. That's why I don't partake as much.
That's why I was like, yo, if we're going to play the game, I'm going to play the game and be dirty with you. Like, if I'm going to play, if you're going to outfox the SEC, this is what you have to do. Because the Pac-12 is softer than fucking wet margarine, bro. Like, who are you picking? I don't care if COVID didn't happen. Oregon's getting their ass whooped by Alabama. Oregon's getting tossed up by any SEC school. Ole Miss is coming in and shitting on the entire Pac-12.
Just by getting rid of, like...
You have to create an aura of invincibility.
You could easily get rid of...
I can come up with
You could easily get rid of a couple Pac-12 teams and just
Washington State.
And just take in San Diego State and Boise State.
But that's the thing.
And that's it.
That you cannibalize the conference that way. No, you say, fuck it, we're going to make a big-ass bubble, and we're going to do what Texas should have done, but they like playing Oklahoma too much. We're going to become our own super conference.
All right, so let's move on. We got two
based off
two
region
segments.
And not just schools. The SEC is a region, and they get benefit of the doubt, even when their schools are trash. Vanderbilt is trash, but they still pump out NFL players.
How about you just take the coastal states and keep all those teams, and then just take the more inland schools, the Colorado, basically the Mountain West time.
I would combine the North and the Mountain West and keep Arizona in.
Keep Arizona, Colorado, Utah, make that its own conference, and then make California, Washington, and Oregon its own conference.
But I'm throwing in Hawaii because, the Samoan culture and click up. I'm taking Hawaii. Hawaii's just going to be in the Pac-12 South. Like, I'm saying there's like a regional thing. Like, you could have you could spread.
Who wants that 12-hour flight on their schedule?
Bro, Hawaii, you get paid money for having Hawaii on your schedule. It's the Hawaii rule. You can play an extra game. That's extra money. College football is about money. I'm sorry to break it to you, but it is. Hawaii even won their bowl game this year. They whooped somebody's ass.
I'll tell you,
they won like 8 games
with
this
the
year.
way USC travels now. You think they want that game in Hawaii?
Yeah, they do.
Every other year?
That's money, bro. That's money.
And it's also probably
most of their D-line is Polynesians, bro.
And it's also a trap game.
Not like you think. Maybe like 10 years from now. But like, look at how Utah.
10 years from now.
Look how Utah's ingratiated into the Pac-12. You're telling me if Utah, and they still don't get 5-star recruits. They get a bunch of 4-stars. But by the way,
I'm not talking about
Fresno
I'm not
State,
even talking about polys and like
they're all at USC.
It's also like fucked up for you to be like, oh yeah, they want to go to the mainland. You don't know that.
A lot of them do want to leave. Why do you think Tua got all the way to Alabama? What are you saying?
No, but I'm saying you're saying they want to go back there. You don't know that.
No, I'm saying for the ones that who they feel the pressure to leave and go to a better school because Hawaii's never winning a national title. And you can stay at home.
And all I'm saying is competitively
Competitively, let's say they want to.
They don't want that game every other year.